Okay. Lily back with another video, and today's video is going to be a video that has been requested and suggested. So today's video is going to focus on pursuing membership into a fraternity or sorority at the graduate level. I've been a member of my organization for 11 years, and I have talked to a lot of people. Both male and female, about on advice on seeking membership into a fraternity or sorority at the graduate level. Out of my 11 years, only three people, y'all, have attained membership into their respective organization. There is a proper protocol, and it's just a sound way to do this. And what this video is going to do is just give you some good tips on how to pursue membership, what steps to take to pursue membership that can really put you on track towards becoming a member of the respective organization. Now, I'm going to be shouting out. I'm not doing this from the perspective of my organization only. I'm making this universal so everybody can get something out of this, whatever you want to be. Even if it's not Greek affiliate, it might be Order of Easter Star, it might be Mason, it might be an elite woman society or a male society. But I believe this stuff is universal across the board. So the first step is to do your research. Read the history of the organizations that are publicly published. When I mean by publicly published, there's a lot of organizations. They have their national websites that talk about their history, their goals, their aims, their missions. There is a book called The History of African American Fraternities and Sororities by Lawrence Ross. And it was that book that solidified my decision to become a woman of Alpha Kappa Alpha. I read the entire book, which focused on all the Divine Nine organizations, gave history, gave some tidbits, talked about celebrities who were in those organizations, and some of them even shared their experience in becoming a member. So that's a good book to get started with. It's on Amazon. You can pick it up at your local library or any bookstore, locally or online. The History of African American Fraternities and Sororities by Lawrence Ross. I swear that book will really set the tone for you. Next, do your research. Find out what chapters are in your area of the organization you want to pursue. Most chapters have websites. See what their signatures events are and what their program initiatives are. Something to think about. You might want to look into the sizes of the chapter. We have some chapters that's big, like my chapter has 300 plus members. I know the Delta chapter in Chicago, and I mean Delta Sigma Theta, they have 500 plus members. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Would you be interested in being in a large chapter? Would you be interested in being a medium-sized chapter or a small chapter? There might be a situation where you have to deal with whatever chapter is in your area. It depends on where you're located. So do your research. Some people say, can I look into all the sororities or all the fraternities? I would say you can read on them, but don't be going to all the events with the puppy dog eyes like you want to do membership. I think when you start, and which is going to come into my next tip, but you need to be somewhat discreet and play it smooth when you're starting to reveal that you want membership. So read everything first, narrow it down what you want to do. If you're down to 2 organizations, which the thing about Greek life is usually people know what organization they want to do. Some divine order, or maybe it's a person that influenced them, but somehow they know what organization they want to do. I knew I wanted to be an AKA back in 6th grade. It was crazy. I couldn't tell you. I just seen them in the background of different world, and I just knew, hey, I wanted to be an AKA. A good chunk of my teachers and mentors were AKAs. So when the time came and I was in college, I kind of knew what AKA was, who was involved. So I knew going in that I wanted to be an AKA. Well, some people, they go off to college. That's their first taste of Greek life. So they don't even know what they want to do. And at the time, you know, people may be out throwing events and trying to spark people's interest. But it's okay. You need to kind of know what you want to do. There's no hopping. Like, even in undergrad, they'll say don't informational hop, which is a meeting to, you know, give out, you know, what the organization about, and that's the opportunity for members to see who's interested. This is the same thing. Don't be organization hopping. Find one organization, research that. If that's the organization you want to pursue, go with that. Don't be over here being deterred. Focus, research, and find out what you want to do. Number 2, and Lil Wayne said this, and I agree with him. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Don't reveal that you want to be a member right off the bat. Do not send out cold emails. Just randomly email in the chapter. Do not call a hotline. Do not send an instant message. Do not leave we had them guest books. Don't leave a message on the chapter's guest book. 9 times out of 10, if they do respond, in which some of them, a lot of them don't, they might tell you, please refer to our national website for the requirements on attaining membership. You could have did that on your own. Go to the website, the national website. It will tell you how to pursue membership at the undergraduate level. It will tell you how to pursue membership at the graduate level. So don't do that. Don't do them cold calls, emails, all that. Stop it. Because 9 times out of 10, they reading them, they dismissing them. They're going in the trash. So don't do cold emails, calls, all that stuff. If you have a close family member, friend, mentor, that's different, and they are part of the organization you want to pursue, that's a different situation. You know, have a private conversation with them. You know, sit down, and I would say when you go to talk to them, you know, come with some goals and ideas, reasons why you want to pursue this membership. Like, people, I get calls all the time. I want to be a member. Oh my God, yada, yada, yada. I get them steps on what to do. Never hear back from them. So, you know, come in it with something in mind of what you want to tell this individual, especially if you feel comfortable to talk to them. If you don't feel comfortable talking to them just yet, wait. Also, if you are trying to seek membership through a connection of a family friend, mentor, co-worker, whatever, make sure they're financial. There's a lot of members out here telling people, oh yeah, you need to do this, I can help you, this or that, and not tied to nobody's chapter, ain't paid dues in 10 years, ain't been to a meeting, ain't been to a function, ain't been to nothing. So you have to watch that, because I have known several people who wanted to pursue membership and consulted with a certain person because they knew that they kind of found out the chapter was having a line, and that person couldn't do nothing for them, couldn't write a letter, couldn't sponsor them, couldn't do nothing, because guess what? They're not even active in the chapter. So, you know, find out what they're doing. Also, allow people to get to know you. Allow people to get to know you and get in a place of comfort before you start shooting the mouth. Don't go to the damn Q's picnic and tell the 55 Q's out there that you want to be a Q. Don't do that. Don't go and tell the Sigmas over here at the Sigma cigar party, and they do, the Sigmas do be having some cigar parties that I know. Don't go to the cigar party puffing on a cigar. Yeah, I want to be a member. No, not in a social setting. That's not the place to do it. People are being social. They ain't trying to pursue members. They ain't trying to recruit members at no event. If it don't say no membership recruitment, no informational or smoker, as the Kappas would say, they would say smoker. If it's not that particular event, don't be going and trying to recruit yourself at a social event. Get to know these people first. Set up a one-on-one meeting after the fact that you got comfortable. And attend events, which is the next tip. Number 3, attend events. Normally, chapters have events that are open to the public. They may be service events. They might be civic events or social or family-based events. Buy a ticket. People tend to remember those who are always coming to support their events. For example, I sponsor a young lady into my sorority membership. She's been a member for a year now. And how she started out, after we had that one-on-one talk, because she was referred to me by a friend of hers who is also Greek. What he did, I appreciate what he did. He called me first. Me and him had a conversation. He told me about his friend, the young lady. We had a conversation first. He gave me a little background on her. Then I went and had a conversation with her where she called me. We had a conversation. She started coming to events. She, did sex health education for youths and community people. So she was using that avenue to network with my chapter. She had talked to our teens and mentored them. She had passed out sex health and, clinic information at our back to school expo, and she continued to do that. She went to our gala. She was coming to our summer parties. She was building connections, meeting these ladies, networking. She didn't tell all of them she wanted to be membership. She told me. And then she was building these relationships. She even went to a few events without me, and they knew her. So when it came time for membership, you know what? Oh, we're going to pick her up. You know why? She's, she been to our events. She shows that she's supportive. We see what connections she had that can work with our programs and our initiatives. That's how she made that connection, and that's why she's a member today. So support. We have so many people say, I want to be an AKA. Okay, here's where you start. Get to know our chapter. We got these events coming up. Yada, yada, yada. Pick and choose. We're not saying you got to go to everything. Here you go. Ain't seen them at not one damn event. And then got mad when we had a line. Well, nobody told, well, we didn't see you at the event, honey. You didn't. I mean, I had my girl who I was bringing in anyway, but we ain't see you at nothing. You ain't supported them. You ain't donated nothing. You ain't showed up. So attend events. Make yourself be known. Network. Get to know people. They'll remember you. Trust me, they will. Number 4, are you on point? What is your GPA? Do you already belong to any civic service or social organization already? Why would our organization want you? And what are you bringing to the table? GPA wise, let's remember this. If you do not go to grad school, whatever your GPA is on paper when you left, it's still going to be that GPA when you get ready to pursue graduate membership. So if you graduate with that 2.0, that 2.1, that 2.2, and organizations are saying 2.5, 2.75, 3.0, guess what, boo? You ain't getting in. I can tell you that from undergrad. It don't matter if you 1 point off, 2 points off, or 10 points off. You are not getting in if that GPA is not there. It don't matter what service you done did. It don't matter who you know. It don't matter how cute you are, or how handsome you are, or you doing all this greatness over there, if you do not meet the requirements in terms of that GPA, you ain't getting in. So suggesters, you may have to go on back to school, start, work on a master's program, get the GPA up. You may need to go back, maybe work on a second bachelor's, or just take some more classes to build that GPA up. But that GPA has to be there. I didn't have that problem because I graduated with the required GPA. And guess what? I went on to grad school. And I was in the grad school. You couldn't get nothing but 2 C's in the program or you would get kicked out. So I maintained a a 3.7 GPA in grad school anyway. I didn't get no 4.0 because, baby, I had a lot going on. Well, I got a 3.7 out of grad school. So, hey, whatever. But I had I was beyond the required GPA, which I believe our national GPA for my organization right now, I think the minimum is a 2.5. But I had it. Now, I didn't have it in undergrad. I was off by 2 points. And you know what they told me? Guess what they told me? Hell no, you're right, because I had to pursue it at the graduate level. So also the organization part. You got some great people in these organizations already. You got, CFOs and doctors and great educators and people doing great things already in these organizations. So we really want to know, what are you doing? And what are you doing and what can you bring to the table? So it's not, we're looking for people more than just somebody who go to work, come home, sit in the house, might be social on the weekends, might go to church and come on back. But we're really looking for people that's actively engaged in civic and community orgs. Are you very active in your church? Are you doing some mentoring with youth? Are you, connected to any political or civic-based organizations? It's different things. So you need to still be involved. Although it's not like undergrad, we still want you to be a productive citizen of society. And you know what? We got enough t-shirt wearers, we got enough t-shirt wearers and social butterflies. We need people that's gonna actually work within our organizations and actually stay active and pay their dues. So are you on point? When I went to pursue membership, I was already on point. I had graduated with my bachelor's, won several awards, graduated with my master's and won different awards. And I was working at the job I'm working now, and I was teaching College 101 and got back to my church. I was actively involved in my church, and I was actively involved with my school's Black Alumni committee, and I was on the main alumni council for the university. So I already got some criteria, boo. I already had some credentials. I was already, Lisa was already great, and I want to bring my greatness to you. Let's help make you great. So that's things to be. Are you active? You just can't be sitting still, looking cute, or thinking you cool, and want to walk up in the organization. You got to be bringing something to the table. Number 5, save your money. Have some money stacked up. Don't be alarmed. It's gonna be costly. Membership at the graduate level, and it can vary per chapter, per organization. It's not cheap. It's not affordable. You could be ranging for membership prices, first time in, anywhere from $1,000 up to $3,500, maybe $4,000. So it is not cheap. People might say, why it costs so much? When they break down, it depends on each organization. I know for us, it's more like they give you 2 years of dues. That's included. Sometimes it's a conference, your first conference registration. Materials you'll need for your membership process. I know I can't reveal what we do, but you might, just meals during the process. I know we like to throw in the cost of the meals because these are working women. So they'll be coming off of jobs or leaving their families at home, and so I know what we try to do is incorporate some meals in the during the process. Ain't that nice of us? But that's when you're dealing with grown women that be hungry. Yeah, so I wrote this, save your money. Yeah, save your money, because when it's time to go, they only going to give you a short window to get this money. It ain't going to be like, oh, give it to us in 3 weeks, or I had the money in a month. They might tell you, you got 24 hours, 24, 48 hours, or 3 to 4 days to get this money to us in full. Ain't no partial, ain't no 3/4. You need all the money. So that's why I'm saying, when you're building on relationships and you have that confidant that's trying to mentor you into help to pursue membership, like what I did, I told my girl, if I was you, I would have this set amount of money put to the side. She had over that amount. She said, just in case the price fluctuated, I was prepared. So she had more than what was needed, but when that time came, guess what? She had that money ready to go. Bow. My cousin, who recently became a member of my sorority as well, it didn't work out for her for undergrad. She talked to me. She was going to pursue membership in a whole nother state where she lived and worked. She had that money from the word go. When she figured out it wasn't going to work at the undergrad level, when she rolled that money over, built a little more up. So when them ladies say, hey, you are we're calling you up, you can pursue, or whatever they do, but they get a letter, they don't get no call, but we're gonna call, you are being offered membership. She had her money. There will come a time once you're in that you pick and choose things. You don't have to pay for it. I mean, do the necessary membership fee. And then after, at a certain point, when you do start paying dues, pay your dues. But every single thing you will not have to do. You don't have to buy every single t-shirt that the chapter's offering. You don't have to pay whatever. I tell people, if it's not your dues and your assessments, because every chapter has assessment in which they wanting you to fundraise or sell tickets to an event. If it ain't pertaining to those two, and you're taking care of those two, all the other stuff is extra. You decide if you're going to the party. You decide you're going to the gala, the luncheon, all that. You make a decision. But as long as you're covering the main aspects of financial obligations, you make it what it is. Something I do. We know dues due every year. You can start paying on dues as early as February. They got to be, I think dues have to be officially paid up by January 15th, which is our Founders Day. You got all year. Put your money up. And that's what I did this past year. I was putting little dollars here up, saving, rolling stuff over. So if I went out of town, I didn't use up all that money that was left over. I rolled some of that into that fund. And guess what? When it was time to write that check, Lisa wrote the check. No problem, was not broke, didn't scrape up the last crumb to give it, had it, ready to go. So always keep money stashed up for that and go. Number 6, be patient. This is a hard one. Be patient. For some organizations, lines do not happen every year. Some orgs, they'll turn a line over every season, a fall, a spring, and a summer. And I'm talking about the graduate level people. For others, it might be a few years. My chapter in particular, the girl I brought in, she waited 4 years. 4. Some people have waited longer because they might not lived in that area, or they probably was meant to be on the line. They didn't make the line. They wasn't able to get the money or something happened. They had to wait till the next line, and the next line did not take place right away. So keep that in mind. You have to, I know it's hard, but you have to play the waiting game. And don't be caught up about playing the waiting game, because I have heard of some people who wanted to do one organization, but because their organization was dragging their feet on membership, they hopped on to another organization and became a member of that, which, and and which was crazy because their heart belonged over here. Their heart was with this particular organization, but they wanted to be Greek so bad. That's why you need to research, y'all. It ain't about just being Greek. If it's something you really want to do, if it's an organization you really want to do, wait for that organization, because that's where your happiness and your peace and your content is gonna be with, because you're gonna be over here at this organization. And I know people who did that. They look over here that shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but they didn't. So wait. It's okay to wait. You know, some orgs, they don't do it every year. Some orgs do it every few years. But what would you do? Be patient. Continue to network with these people. Continue to support events. And just stay ready. Because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. The girl I brought in, she stayed ready. So when it was time to go, it wasn't no surprises. She had her items she needed. She had her money. And she's working in the organization. And she celebrated a year membership back in November. So to recap, tips on what you need to do. Number one, do your research. Read publicly published information. Don't be snooping. If you know people who's a member, and I hope they don't leave their organization information around, don't do that. Don't be mischievous. Don't read their stuff. Read the publicly published stuff that's available to you. Research. Look at the chapter. Look how they function. Look at it. What's the attitudes? What's the makeup in terms of that chapter? Do your research. Number two, move in silence. Don't be too quick to reveal. Network. Get comfortable. One-on-one meeting. Don't go to the picnic. Don't go to the party. Don't go to the service project telling everybody. Let them get to know you. Some may ask you to consider membership if you play your cards right. But if you got a close friend, a confidant, or somebody who you trust, you could talk to them. Do it one-on-one. Don't do that shit during an event. Excuse my language. Number three, support, network, attend. Go to events, meet these people, network, try to connect. We see that you're interested. When we see that, it kind of lets us know that you're interested, because you're willing to support. You agree with some of the you're agreeing with the things we're doing. You're supporting our initiatives. Go to events. That's a good thing. Be on point. Make sure your house is in order. GPA, paperwork, personality. That's another thing. Don't be out here reckless. I have known people who, when they got ready to pursue membership, they shut their page down. Like the girl I sponsored, she shut all her social media down until she knew she was a member. You ain't finna get her caught up, because she said, I didn't trust anybody. I didn't want no friends posting no pictures of me wilding out or just putting stuff on my wall that was crazy. She shut down all of her social media because she wanted to be a mystery but stay on point. Because some people do look at your Facebook page. Some people do look at your Instagram. Some people do look at your Snapchat just to get a glimpse of who you are. So, make sure your house is in order. If you don't got a GPA, unfortunately, boo, you need to go back to school. Like I said, there's no way around it. I know plenty of people who didn't get it at the graduate level simply because they didn't have a GPA. Number 5, save your money. If you don't want to be in a poorhouse or taking money out your kid's mouth or scraping the bottom of the pudding cup because you're trying to hurt me get some money that you should have saved anyway. You should always have some savings. But if this is something for sure you want to do, save up. And number 6, be patient. This may not be an overnight process. So that is it. That is all. Hopefully you found this helpful. To the people, I know some people emailed me. I did not respond. Trust me, I was not being mean and malicious. I just knew I was getting ready to do this video, and I figured this video will be more helpful for you versus me sitting down, typing, responding the same content to all you all. I figured I'd do a video. If you please like, comment, subscribe. If you're a subscriber, hey, thanks for stopping through. Shout out to all my friends and family in Greekdom. Let me know how you feel about this video as well. Do you agree? And like I said, this was really based upon things that I have learned in my past 11 years of membership, as well as my experience pursuing membership. And a lot of people said they wanted, some people said they wanted to get some tips for the graduate experience. And remember, ladies and gents, all my experiences are based on the graduate experience, because I did not attain membership during undergraduate. I pursued it. It didn't happen for me. So my experience is coming from the graduate level. As we all know, it's never too late with the Divine Nine. It's a life commitment. You're never too old to join an organization, and that is a fact, because Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated just let in a man who was 91 years old. Yes, a 91-year-old man just became a member. He just became a Kappa. So it's never too late. Don't think some people we have had older women after they retired and got, was looking for things to do. They had, after they retired, they pursued membership. Some people want to wait till their kids grow up or get a little older. They pursue membership. Some people were like me, got to get it right out of school, which was great. But you can join a different aspect. When I was on, for my line, I think the youngest person on my line was 22 years old. I think the oldest person on my line at that time maybe been 42. So at the graduate level, it can range anywhere from early 20s to 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Well, now we know 90, a 91-year-old Kappa. So God bless him. I'm happy he made it happen. It was something he been wanting to do for the longest, and I'm glad they offer it to him. And I hope he, be able to enjoy it and have quite a bit of time with it. But yeah, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for more videos. I am gonna put out the quad season finale is tonight, so I'm gonna be watching that and hopefully put that out later on tonight as well when it comes on. Peace.